think they call it a country gentleman. Is the style.
Yep.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Hey. My name is Jennifer. Thank you for coming out tonight. I hope sometime it stops raining, but it doesn't seem like it is. It's just perpetually dripping outside. So anyway, thank you so much for coming out tonight. This is a very special room. We've had live music in this room every Friday night for over 55 years. So very special indeed. There's been some wonderful talent that's come through this room. It's a very special place. Tonight is no exception. We are one of the last remaining listening rooms around. And because we are a listening room, we ask that you keep your conversations to a minimum. And by minimum, I mean not at all. And if you could also please turn your cell phones down, that would be wonderful too, if you could turn your volumes off. Thank you very much. All right, so tonight we are so pleased to welcome Will Branch to the Two-Way Street stage. He's had a career spanning over 35 years, and he is a acclaimed solo performer, but also was part of the performer duo Fox and Branch. Mm-hmm. So we are super, super excited to have him here tonight. So please give him a warm Two-Way Street welcome, Will Branch.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody here at the Two-Way Street. I'm very happy to be here. I'm from Milwaukee. It's been rainy up there too, so I'm going to start things off with this song called "On the Sunny Side of the Street." More than once when I've played this song, the sun has come out, but I'm not going to make any promises about that. Well, grab your coat, get your hat, leave your worries on the doorstep now. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that old pitter-pat? That old happy tune is your step now. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, gonna be rich as Rockefeller. I've got that old gold dust round my feet on the sunny side of the street. That's right. And I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never will have a cent, gonna be rich as Rockefeller. I've got that old gold dust round my feet on the sunny side of the street. If I never have a cent, gonna be rich as Rockefeller. I've got that old gold dust round my feet on the sunny side of the street. I've got gold dust round my feet on the sunny side of the street. I've got gold dust round my feet on the sunny side of the street. It's a good song for a rainy day. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. That song goes all the way back to 1927. It's a song from the Great Depression. I'm going to be playing a whole mix of songs tonight, coming from a lot of the songs that I like the best have come from friends of mine that I've met along the way. And I'm going to play you another old country song, that wasn't a country song, but an old country song that I learned from a banjo player named Ken Haferman in Milwaukee. And Ken lived in New York City during the folk revival. He was briefly Bob Dylan's roommate. Apparently they shared a bed. They were all so poor that 3 or 4 guys used a bed, and some of them would be out at night, and then they'd come in, and the other guys would wake up and go to work. But Ken was originally from Milwaukee, and he ended up back in Milwaukee, and he was a great banjo player. He had a little Rolodex of songs that he would just flip through and do. And I learned a whole bunch of songs from backing him up. I would play guitar, and he would play banjo. And this is a song called the Milwaukee Blues. A lot of these old country songs are about Tennessee, Kentucky, things like that. This one's about Milwaukee because the Milwaukee Road, the railroad, would take you north and take you west. And in this song, the singer, this is a hobo song, so he's stuck in Atlanta. He wants to get out of Atlanta. He's got the Milwaukee Blues. So. Well, one early morning and it looked like rain. Around the curb came a passenger train. On the blind side, old Bill Jones. He's a good old hobo and he's trying to get home. Just trying to get home. Just trying to get home. He's a good old hobo and he's trying to get home. Well, way down in Georgia on the tramp. Roads getting muddy, leaves getting damp. Got to catch a freight train and leave this town. They don't want no hobos just a hanging around, just a hanging around, just a hanging around. Well, they don't want no hobos just a hanging around. So I left Atlanta one morning for a day. That old brakeman said you have to pay. I got no money, so I pawned my shoes. I wanna go west, I got the Milwaukee Blues. Those old Milwaukee Blues, those old Milwaukee Blues. Well, I wanna go west, I got the Milwaukee Blues. Well, old Bill Jones said before he died, fix the road so the boos can ride. When we ride the rods. Put all our trust in the hands of God. Well, the hands of God. Oh, the hands of God. Put all our trust in the hands of God. And old Bill Jones said before he died, there's 2 more roads I'd like to ride. The fireman said, what can they be? The Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe. That old Santa Fe. That old Santa Fe. Well, the Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe. Oh, I left Atlanta one morning for a day. That old brakeman said you have to pay. I got no money, so I pawned my shoes. I wanna go west, I got the Milwaukee Blues. Those old Milwaukee Blues. Those old Milwaukee Blues. Well, I wanna go west, I got the Milwaukee Blues. Milwaukee Blues. Well, thank you. Did anybody take the train to get here tonight? No? I was watching the Metro train come in, and obviously living in Milwaukee, I've come down to Chicago, in the Chicago area for years and years and years. And only recently, though, I've discovered how Chicago looks very different. This whole area, the Chicago area, looks different if you take the train rather than drive, right? Because if you take, I was down here last week with my friend. We took the L, and every L stop is its own little neighborhood, and it's very different from driving around. You don't have to worry about where you're going to park, and you get off the train and you feel great. No stress. I'm going to play an original song for you about coming down to Chicago. So years and years ago, I'm lucky enough to have a friend that I've known since we were both 10, and started playing music together when we were about 15. And he lives in LA, went out to LA to become a musician, and everybody's had their struggles. for a period of time, he came back to the Midwest. And so we were kind of in our 20s trying to figure out what to do. We used to drive down to Chicago and play open microphones around town trying to get gigs. And I'll play a little harmonica for you. And after I do, some of you are going to say, oh, good, I'm glad he's only going to play a little harmonica. But sometimes you don't know what to tell somebody if they're having a hard time, and you just say, well, let's just get out of town and see what we can, see if we can just change the scenery a little bit. So this song's called A Change of Scenery. Well, we've been friends since we were 10. Good to have you back in town. Together again, a little bit spent. Don't let it get you down. What will you do? Where will you go? Where does the road lead from here? Every door closed, every alley blind. You know that's not what I want to hear. 'Cause it ain't nothing a change of scenery won't cure. Well, now you've earned that much for sure. You know it ain't nothing a change of scenery won't cure. Well, now you've earned that much for sure. Now it's too quiet, let's go find some life. You know winter's almost here. Soon that chilly, oh, chilly wind will start to freeze the atmosphere. There's a certain romance to all the broken glass and the soot of a great big city. You don't even mind if you get yourself lost. You just call it serendipity. It ain't nothing a change of scenery won't cure. Well, now you've earned that much for sure. You know it ain't nothing a change of scenery won't cure. Well, now you've earned that much for sure. Now I know the best pool halls in the Polish part of town. And I'll play you 8-ball all day if you don't mind looking like a clown. We'll get dinner at that old Cuban place, see if Joe wants to tag along. I guarantee by the time that we head home, you won't remember what was wrong. 'Cause it ain't nothing a change of scenery won't cure. Well, now you've earned that much for sure. You know it ain't nothing a change of scenery won't cure. Well, now you've earned that much for sure. That's right. Well, thank you. Ain't nothing but a change of scenery. Does anybody feel like singing tonight? Do you feel like doing some singing? Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Well, let's do a song from down in New Orleans because it's starting to feel like New Orleans up here in the Midwest. This is a song called Little Liza Jane. All right. So all you have to sing is, "Oh, little Liza Jane." That's it. That's the whole thing. Well, I've got a gal that I love so, little Liza Jane. She lives way down south in Baltimore. Oh, little Liza Jane. Here we go, everybody. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane's right. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Well, I fell in love when I first saw little Liza Jane. Now I've got me a mother-in-law. Oh, little Liza Jane. All together now. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. You know, Liza Jane looks good to me. Little Liza Jane. In fact, she's the sweetest gal I ever did see. Little Liza Jane. You sing it. Do it again. We got a house and lot down in Baltimore. Little Liza Jane. You know there's a whole lot of kids running around the door. Little Liza Jane. Here we go again. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Now I don't care how far I roam, little Liza Jane. You know the very best place is home, sweet home, little Liza Jane. Here we go again. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. I've got a gal that I love so. What's her name? Little Liza Jane. Where she lives? She lives way down south in Baltimore. Little Liza Jane. All right, we're doing it 2 times. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. One more chorus. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Nicely done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Nice job, everybody. All right. All right. We've got some good singers here. We're going to have to do some more singing. Maybe I'll grab the banjo here. Well, wait till I play it. Oh, put it back down. I'm actually going to, since we're going to do some singing, I might have to fiddle with this banjo a little bit. Let me see here. You're always having to fiddle with the banjo. Let's see here. I'm going to do some weird stuff with this 5th string. Everybody knows Mike Seeger. You know Mike Seeger? Yeah. This is a song that he recorded called Going Down to Tampa. I think it's just called Down to Tampa, I think. He made an album with a guy named Paul Brown, I think. The only time I ever saw Mike Seeger was in Evanston, and I came down here with my buddy, and we didn't realize that, I think it's, what's north of Evanston? Wilmette, something like that? Wilmette's got its own numbering system on the streets, and then it starts again in Evanston, something like that. So the street number was, we had the right street number, but we were in Wilmette and not in Evanston. So we were knocking on some poor person's house saying, we're looking for the Mike Seeger concert. We couldn't figure it out. So we missed the entire first set out of our own stupidity. Yeah, that was before GPS. GPS would have saved us. Well, let's see if we're close enough. We're going to call it close enough. Yeah. Okay, so your part in this song is settle down, settle down, settle down. All right, you'll see how it goes. Well, my mama, she told me when I was just 9 years old, you've got to be a hustler, doggone your hard luck soul. I've got my ticket and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. All right, here's your part. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Just like that. Settle down, settle down, settle down. I've got my ticket, boys, to tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. So conductor, conductor, won't you let me ride the blinds? You've got to buy a ticket, boy, you know this train ain't mine. I've got my ticket and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. All right, nice and loud, here we go. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. I've got my ticket and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. That's right. Well, I'm going, and your crying won't make me stay. The more you fuss, the more you drive me away. I've got my ticket and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Let's do it again. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. I've got my ticket and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Sounds really good. Let's do it one more time. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. I've got my ticket, boys, I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Nicely done, nicely done. All right, I'll play some more banjo, but I'm going to switch back to guitar. So I'm going to play you another original here, and I don't know about you, but music helped me get through the several years of COVID in a big way. One of my a songwriter I really respected said that she wasn't going to write any songs about COVID because the song would get dated as soon as times moved on. But I don't know because certainly writing a few songs helped me get through those times, and I don't know. I don't want to take you back to such a horrible time, but at the same time, that's what folk songs are, right? Is sometimes commemorating things that happened. And this particular song, as I was working on it for you all, because I haven't played it for a while, I was realizing maybe it hasn't gone out of style after all, because a lot of things are changing rapidly around us, and it's hard to keep up. I think everybody's kind of overwhelmed by all the things that are happening. And so this song is actually, I can't take credit for the title of this song. It's called Everything Feels Like a Long Time Ago. And my daughter was about 11 when COVID hit. And my wife and my daughter and I were sitting around in the kitchen, and we were reminiscing, saying, I remember when we used to have those parties and everyone would come over, and remember when we used to do this, remember we used to do that. And I said, it seems like a long time ago. And my daughter just said, everything feels like a long time ago. And I thought, that's a pretty good, that kind of sums it up. It's another thing that songwriters say, which is that you're never supposed to start a song with woke up this morning, because it's a cliche. That's how this song starts. So. Woke up this morning, got out of bed, a mess of bad dreams all in my head. Look out the window, nobody around. Another long day in a world wound down. You know, all down the line, we're all doing time. Oh, everything feels like a long time ago. Where did you come from and where will you go? Did your world burn up fast? Did it fall down real slow? Everything feels like a long time ago. Angry faces, suspicious eyes. Feels like the common good been compromised. Count yourself lucky if you can make rent. Sit back and wonder where everything went. No more parties, no more shows. The windows are empty, the doors are closed. You know, everything feels like a long time ago. Where did you come from and where will you go? Did your world burn up fast? Did it fall down real slow? Everything feels like a long time ago. Life goes on. Such a long time till dawn. Oh, everything feels like a long time ago. Where did you come from and where will you go? Did your world burn up fast? Did it fall down real slow? Everything feels like a long time ago. Like a long time ago. So that's the COVID song for you all. Thank you. That's my only song from the COVID era, so don't worry. Well, thank you again for coming out, everybody. Is everybody having a good week so far? I'm gonna sing an old folk song, but it's not that old. It's from the '60s, I suppose. And I was telling you about my friend. Ken Haverman. All right, an old folk song would be like the 1920s, right? Yeah. My friend Ken Haverman knew a guy named Luke Faust when he lived in New York City, and Luke Faust is a folk singer who's still around, still playing, lives in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I used to play with this guy Ken in Milwaukee, and he used to play this song called "Press On," and for a long time I thought it was like a Civil War ballad or something because it sounds really, really old. But nope, Luke Faust made it up. And when I decided to record it, I couldn't find anything about Luke Faust online. I got his phone number. I called him. He said, go ahead, record my song. I sent him a check. And while he was on the phone, he sang me his new song. So he's still writing songs. I think he's a native New Yorker. He's in Bob Dylan's autobiography. He was already in New York when all the people started going to New York. So this is called Press On, and it really does sound like an old song. And I don't know. It's about putting down roots, and the lyrics are kind of cryptic. It's a great song. We are all seeds in Earth's green garden, oh, each with a flower hid within. And we will grow as we are able, though some will go down to rack and ruin. Press on through rock and rubble. Press on through stone and tar. Sink your roots deep into earth and water, or raise your head high into air and fire. Well, not for us rose all resembled, oh, not for us of varying degree. Give us a junkyard in the windy hillside, some empty lots, the bees buzzing free. Now press on through rock and rubble. Press on through stone and tar. Sink your roots deep in the earth and water, or raise your head high into air and fire. Now don't ever stop, always keep moving, and don't ever think that you've gone too far. I know it feels that you must get somewhere, but it's the growing that makes you want more. Well, press on through rock and rubble. Press on through stone and tar. Sink your roots deep in the earth and water, or raise your head high into air and fire. Press on. Well, thank you. Doesn't that sound like an old Civil War song?
Yes.
All right, I think we're going to try and do some more singing. You ready to do some more singing?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do a song called The Bootlegger's Blues. And this song goes back to the days when alcohol was illegal. And you got a picture of a guy with a sack of whiskey on his back trying to get to the woods. The chorus is, you've got to make it to the woods if you can, all right? You'll see how it goes. You can really belt this one out if you want. If you can, you've got to make it to the woods if you can. Sack of whiskey on my back, and the chef is on my track. I'm gonna make it to the woods if I can. Now ever since that state went dry, these bootleggers have to stand trial. You've got to make it to the woods if you can. Here we go, everybody. If you can, you've got to make it to the woods if you can. That's the whole thing. If you can, now if you can, you've got to make it to the woods if you can. Nice. Well, if you wanna have to leave home, you just sit with a bottle of corn. You got to make it to the woods if you can. Oh, you might think you're doing no harm, but they'll put you on that county farm. You've got to make it to the woods if you can. Here we go, everybody. Well, if you can, now if you can, you got to make it to the woods if you can. Let's do it again. Oh, if you can, now if you can, you got to make it to the woods if you can. Well, it's a real surprising thing, brother, to hear those 44s ring. You've got to make it to the woods if you can. You might think you're doing no harm, but they'll put you on that county farm. You got to make it to the woods if you can. Okay, all together. If you can, now if you can, you gotta make it to the woods if you can. If you can, now if you can, you got to make it to the woods if you can. I'll take the woods to go my bail, rather to go to the county jail. You got to make it to the woods if you can. Got a sack of whiskey on my back, and that chef is on my track. I'm gonna make it to the woods if I can. All right, we'll do one last time. If you can, now if you can, you gotta make it to the woods if you can. Well, if you can, now if you can, you gotta make it to the woods if you can. All right, the Bootleggers Blues. Nicely done. Wow, you all sound great. This room has got some nice acoustics to it. All right. All right. It's been 55 years for a reason, right? All right. I'm going to do a Mississippi John Hurt song here. And I think probably everybody here knows Eric Noden. Eric was a really good friend of mine and great member of the Chicago blues scene and music scene in general, folk and blues. One of the best musicians I have ever known, and we lost him just a few months ago. I'm not even sure if it's been a few months, very recently. So I'm going to play, Eric used to sing this one. This is called Lewis Collins. Miss Collins weeps, Miss Collins moans to see her son Lewis, well, now leaving home. The angels laid him away. Well, Bob shot once and Lewis shot two. Shot poor Collins, shot him through and through. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. And they heard that Lewis was dead. All the people, they dressed in red. The angels laid him away. Oh, kind friends, now ain't it hard to see poor Lewis in that new graveyard? The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. They laid him 6 feet under the clay. The angels laid him away. Miss Collins wept, Miss Collins moaned to see her son Louis now leaving home. The angels laid him away. The angels laid him away. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks so much. I was talking to Joel before the show, and he was saying that Eric's played here a lot. Eric toured the world with Joe Falisco, harmonica player. They had a duo. And yeah, Eric played piano, played guitar, played harmonica, came up to Milwaukee, recorded with us several times. But more than that, he was just a super fun guy to hang out with. I remember coming down here once, staying with him, and he said, come on, we're going to go out and do something. So we got in the car late at night and went to someplace on the north side, and it was a barber shop, and there was a guy in there sweeping up, and so Eric's knocking on the glass, and I was like, what are we doing? And it was a Puerto Rican barber shop, and it was 2 or 3 guys that were brothers, and they were musicians, and they had guitars, and also Puerto Rican instruments, stringed instruments that I should know, that I don't, hanging on the walls. And so we all sat to the wee hours and played songs together. And I didn't know any of the songs, but it was great. It was a blast. So Eric was had the most, he was all music all the time, and knew so many people, you know. So I've been thinking about him every day. I've got time to do, I think, one more for this set. And why don't you give yourself a pat on the back, everybody? You've been doing great. Should we maybe sing one more? Okay. Let me find something good for us to sing here. Okay, I got a good one. All right. We're going to do an old country song called He's in the Jailhouse Now. Okay. Jimmy Rogers, the yodeling brakeman. I am not a good yodeler, so I am not going to yodel this for you. I'm going to play the yodeling part of the guitar like this. But the chorus is really easy. I had a friend named Ramblin' Bob. He used to cheat, gamble, and rob, but thought he was the smartest guy around. Oh well, but I found out last Monday, you know, Bob got locked up Sunday, and he's down there in the jailhouse way downtown. He's in the jailhouse now. That's your part. He's in the jailhouse now. That's right. You know, I warned him once or twice to stop playing cards and shooting dice. He's in the jailhouse now. Sounds good. He used to play a game called poker, pinochle, whist, and a euchre, but shooting dice was his greatest game. Oh well, now he's downtown in jail. Nobody wants to go his bail, and the judge said he refused to pay the fine. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. You know, I warned him once or twice to stop playing cards and shooting dice. He's in the jailhouse now. That's right. So I've played a lot of nursing homes and retirement homes in my career. Do you all know Little Rev? Yeah. So Little Rev and I go back a long way. Our daughters are the same age, and we've been roommates, and we play music together and all kinds of stuff. So Little Rev got me wise to, you know, you can go during the afternoon and play music for people in senior communities. I started doing that. And a couple times I've sung songs where people have gotten up and walked out. There was one folk song where the activity director came up and said the Reverend and his wife did not like that song. And this last verse of this song, people have walked out. Yep. I went out last Tuesday and I met a gal named Susie. Told her I was the swellest guy around. We started to spend my money. She started to call me honey. We took in every cabaret in town. We're in the jailhouse now. We're in the jailhouse now. You know, I told that judge right to his face, we didn't want to see his place. We're in the jailhouse now. Thank you for not walking out, everybody. I'll tell you really quick. Please come up and talk to me on our little break here. And I do have some CDs. I just want to explain what they are. I played for years with a guy named Dave Fox, and we had a duo called Fox and Branch. And we did a lot of music for kids. So one of the CDs over there is aimed at kids, but it's called Fox and Branch and Friends, and it has a lot of musicians from Milwaukee on it, including Larry Penn and Ken Haferman, who I was talking about. And then 2 of the CDs are my original songs, and then one of them is not actually for sale. It's online, but I have one copy called Face the Day, which is my most recent recordings. I've been doing a few songs from that. But you can find that on my website and download it as you may. Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you.
Will Branch, everybody. All right, we're going to take about a 15-minute or so break. The restrooms are down the hall and on the left. Now is a great time for you to refill your beverages and your snacks, and also check out all of Will's CDs over here. So we'll see you back here in about 15 minutes.
So I didn't get the drift of running into the woods.
Oh, yeah.
With the tricky one.
The lyrics, you mean?
No, what is it? What's the meaning?
He's a moonshiner.
No, but why would he be running into the woods?
Because
and what kind of a container would he have the moonshine?
that is a very good question. That's a good question. Maybe he's got the jug over his. Got a bunch of jugs in a sack. I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Yeah, our former president's father made his money that way.
That's right.
He was Irish too.
That's right. That's right. that?
Well, think about it. Did you ever see Jack Kennedy with a hat?
No, you're right.
You just saw that great head of
Great
hair.
head of hair.
Yeah.
After that, nobody wanted to wear a hat.
I think it didn't cause problems.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, they gradually kind of went out of style.
Yeah. Well, I feel a little bit naked if I'm out without a hat on.
What's your favorite
My favorite
style?
hat?
Yeah.
I mostly wear baseball hats, but my ex gave me this fantastic, must be like a Hartford green hat.
Okay.
But I don't wear it much because I'm afraid of damaging it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's good to have a hat that can be crumpled without.
That's a nice looking hat. That's a nice looking hat. Yeah.
It's almost like a rose. Not quite.
That's a nice looking hat. Do you know where he got it?
So you played in Ireland?
We did once, yeah.
Where'd you play?
We played in a town called Westport on the west coast. And we also, yeah, that was where we played. And we played in same trip we played in Scotland and England. It was great. Yeah, it was nice. It was,
Yeah, one of the performers here, I can't remember who, was saying how three of them were off playing in the U.S. and wherever else here in Ireland, and they were asking about some local who was quite skilled, and lo and behold, he was playing in the U.S.
that's funny. Well, Irish Fest is coming up in Milwaukee. Or did it just happen? It happened in July. I think it happened in July. I lost track. No, it's in August. It's coming up. It's like next weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to go to an Irish Fest in it's the Gaelic Center down on the south side, south suburbs. And you must know that I haven't been to one more. There's an Irish Center in North Chicago
Irish.
somewhere.
Okay. I'm only familiar with the one in Milwaukee, but yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. There's an Irish Cultural Center in Milwaukee.
I'll have to look that up.
It's been a long time since I've been to it. Yeah.
Maybe I could go with my brother and his wife. They're off in Delafield now.
Oh yeah. That's not far.
You might be amused. They moved from Sun City, West Arizona to Delafield.
That's a big change. How do they like the winters?
Well, he grew up mostly in Iowa,
Okay.
and his wife has two sons one in Delafield and one I think maybe 15 or 20 minutes away.
Okay.
And so they've got dual reasons for being there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, one is they get older, they'll have a backup plan.
Yeah. Delafield's nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've just been up there once, but I was very impressed.
Yeah, no, it's that whole area is very
Michael
nice.
Feldman used to broadcast from Delafield, I think. Remember that?
No.
Public radio
Is that right? From out of Delafield?
from Delafield. I don't know quite how the setup was, but I'm pretty sure he was there. Remember What Do You Know?
Okay, that sounds familiar, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's not on the public radio now, but I thought he was pretty funny.
Yeah. And you think he came out of Delafield?
Yeah.
Interesting. We need to figure out what we're going to sing next year.
So do you get down here much?
When I can, you know. As often as I can. It's my first time playing here, though, so it's nice.
Check out a woman named Nancy Clark.
Okay.
She is in Oak Park,
Okay.
where I live, and she organizes the gigs for the
Nancy Clark.
the local library, which are
Okay.
basically, the gigs are a little bit of a longer one-set deal, and she commonly does it in, where they might be also playing on the folk stage.
Oh, really?
She's one of the funders of the thing.
Really?
Folk stage.
Okay. I'll write that down. That'd be great. That's a good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if her information is public or not.
Okay, Nancy Clark.
Yeah, you know Nancy. I'm sure.
Good person to know. Okay. I play libraries a lot, but for kids usually.
Yeah, she used to. I don't know if you've been to this, but she's only done one in recent times, but she formerly did house concerts.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely. I will. I will see if I can find any. Get a hold of her.
Do you have a farm book, a previous farm book?
Yes. Somewhere. She'd be in that. Okay.
Yeah, she's definitely on.
I better see if I can find mine.
She is always a sponsor of like folk stage and like farm and
Got it.
she sponsors everything. She's awesome.
Oak Park Library.
Yeah, and
Yeah, she and her husband are really serious folkies. I mean, she
Okay.
goes to farm and whatever else.
Right.
all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
How are you feeling?
I'm
Did I
good.
get you anything? You're all right.
I'm all set. Yeah.
All right, I'll
Whatever
get
you
my
want.
microphone.
Okay.
My
Okay.
She and her husband have been supporting folk stage for a long time.
That's great.
I think from the get-go when Rich Warren got it started.
I remember Rich Warren.
Okay, everybody, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes with another set from Will. But before we do, I wanted to tell you about all the wonderful things that are happening here at the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Next week, this very same time, this very same place, we are going to have Lucy Holden. She's great. And the week after that, on the 28th, we're going to have Bobcat Opossum. They're a fantastic duo. We're really excited to have them here. And then on Saturday, the 29th, it's our 5th Saturday, and Bobcat Opossum is going to do a sing and play in harmony workshop. So it's $25, and you can sign up on the website. It's 11 o'clock, I believe, in the morning. So we've had them here before we're doing that workshop, and it was so well received. They are so fantastic, these musicians, Ellen and Sean. So you're going to not want to miss either the show or the workshop. So you can sign up online. So we have sing-arounds and jams and song circles every month. We're just getting started to start our barn dance season with the Plank Road Folk Music Society. We have Nordic jams coming up and Nordic dances. So the flyers are on your tables, also outside on the racks. We'll let you know about everything that's going on here and all the venues around here, like Maple Street and St. Tim's and Acoustic Renaissance. You can find all the information out there. There is folk music abound in the Chicago area. All right, enough of me talking. We're going to get back to business here, so let's welcome Will back to the stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. And thanks for sharing some information with me on the break. Learning more about this part of the state. And yeah, I travel around. I would say I'm a Midwestern performer. I travel around as much as I can. Milwaukee's kind of centrally located. Get up to the Twin Cities, get down to Chicago when I can. Thanks for sticking around for the second set. Gonna play you another crazy variety of songs here. Do another old song called "The Baltimore Fires." Anybody know this? Anybody heard of somebody named Charlie Poole? Charlie Poole and the North Carolina Ramblers. It's an old banjo player. And apparently this fire was in the early 1900s. But another one of those songs that never kind of goes out of style. So it goes like this. It was on the Silver Falls by Nero that I heard the cry I ever will remember. The fire went and cast its burning embers on another fabled city of our land. Well, fire, fire, I heard the cry on every breeze on high. All the world was one sad cry of pity. Strong men in anguish prayed, calling loud to heaven for aid, while the fire in ruins did lay. Fair Baltimore, that beautiful city, Now the awful news spread across the wire about that awful sad catastrophe so dire. Brave Baltimore City is afire, oh, and sinking neath the foe's relentless hand. Well, fire, fire, I heard the cry on every breeze on high. All the world was one sad cry of pity. Strong men in anguish pray, calling loud to heaven for aid, while the fiery ruins did lay bare Baltimore, that beautiful city. Now amidst an awful struggle of commotion, you know the wind blew a gale from the ocean. Brave firemen struggled with devotion, oh, but their efforts all proved to be in vain. Well, fire, fire, I heard the cry on every breeze on high. All the world was one sad cry of pity. Strong men in anguish pray, calling loud to heaven for aid, while the fiery ruins did lay fair Baltimore, that beautiful city. Fair Baltimore, that beautiful city. The Baltimore fire, that's right. Well, thank you. That's a pretty song. Sad song. It's a good song. All right, let's see here. It seems like we could sing some more. Should we sing some more? What do you think? Yeah. It seems like people are in the mood to sing. I was talking on the break. I'm going to do a song that I know everybody knows. We were talking on the break. My friend Little Rev and I are doing a special show called When Dylan Met Guthrie. And it's a collection of Woody Guthrie songs and Bob Dylan songs, and the connections between the two songwriters. I'm going to play a little bit of This Land Is Your Land. Why don't we sing that one? Find a good key for it. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and I've rambled, I've followed my footsteps through the sparkling sands of her diamond desert, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. That's right, all together. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. The sun came shining, and I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling. As the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. Let's do one more chorus. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. Repeat that last line. Oh, this land was made for you and me. One more time. This land was made for you and me. Nicely done. That sounded great. A lot of people think that should be the national anthem, right? You know, Pete Seeger was one of the first people that Woody Guthrie played that song for. And Woody Guthrie said, what do you think of my new song? And Pete Seeger said, I don't know. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just goes around and around. It's not one of your best. You know. Just goes to show you never know. You can never, I think Seeger said, like, you know, not everybody, you can't always be a good judge of things. So never know what something's going to happen. He's just jealous, right? Yeah, I know. I've learned, one thing I've learned is that you should never, ever make a judgment on something creative because you never know where it's going to go. I mean, you can give your opinion, but there's so many stories of people saying something, oh, they'll never amount to anything. It's like, well, you never know. I was talking to Joel before the show about, he was talking about dropping one of his kids off at college, and my daughter's getting ready. She's still in high school, but getting ready to go to college, and I'm sure a lot of people here are parents. I'm going to play an original tune called When You Were Born. And my daughter was born in our house. My wife came from a family that was very a strong believer in not having the baby in the hospital. And my wife wanted to have the baby at home, and we did. And it was a very intense experience for me, and I wasn't the one giving birth. And my daughter was born just as the sun was coming up, so. Well, the stars sang you a welcome song when you were born, and the ocean waves all sang along when you were born, and all the roads were clear, and we all let out a cheer, and that big old moon felt extra near when you were born. We both felt like we had wings when you were born. When I walked along, I felt like a king when you were born. You lay in the moonlight, and your mama held you tight. And nothing was wrong, everything was right when you were born. All the princesses sent their best wishes when you were born. All the fishermen sent their best fishes when you were born. And as the sun began to rise, and you first opened your eyes, it was like getting the best surprise when you were born. It's definitely definitely quite a feeling when you have a child, right? Apparently, when I was born, my parents were very young, and they got in the elevator, and they had me in their arms. I was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and there was a guy on the elevator that they didn't know, and he said, "Is that your first kid?" And they said, "Yeah." And he said, They start out cute, but then they break your heart. I mean, it's not something to tell brand new parents. Even if sometimes that turns out to be true, but I don't know. Give somebody a few days, I suppose. My mother never forgot that one. All right, let's see what we're going to do next year. You want to hear a fast one or a slow one? What do you think, everybody?
How about a half-fast one?
A half fast? Okay, I know. Split the difference. All right, here's what we're going to do. The same friend I was telling you about in the first set who I used to travel down to Chicago with, he and I are still great friends. He's a great songwriter. So we'll play songs for each other and so forth. And at one point I put a CD out, and all the songs are pretty depressing. It's over there. It's called Fog of War, just to give you an idea. And so my friend said, "What's the deal? Like you're happily married, you got a good life. Like why don't you write a love song to your wife or something, And I never forgot that. And so we recently had our 20th wedding anniversary, and I thought I will do my best to write a love song to my wife. And it still didn't come out that happy. Not that I'm not happily married, but it didn't come. It's in a minor key. It sounds kind of like a pirate love song. So it's trust me, I'm very happy. But I'll play this for you here. And this, is she happy, right? I hope so. I think so. No, we're doing good. The melody actually came to me in my sleep, and I got up and wrote it down. So it is kind of a pirate song. It's called X Marks the Spot. It's a treasure worth more than gold, and to find it, people go to any end. Can't be measured, can't be bought or sold. Doesn't matter how much money you spend. Tears have been shed, strong hearts have bled, still it remains unfound. X marks the spot, X marks the spot, X marks the spot. Oh, I love you so. They sent oasis from the wind and rain, and a map with words that can't be read. And this place is where you hear the refrain that's sung in words that can't be said. When you appeared, the way was clear. We put our shovels into the ground. X marks the spot, X marks the spot, X marks the spot. Oh, I love you so. I've been afraid, I've been alone, sailed stormy seas, crossed deserts full of bones, followed the stars, felt the current in the air, fell down in the forest, and you were standing there. X marks the spot, X marks the spot, X marks the spot. Oh, I love you so. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. Oh, I love you so. X marks the spot. That's right. Oh, thank you. It's a happy song, right? I mean, no, it does feel that way. If you have a good relationship with somebody, it feels like you found a treasure, right? I'm going to play you a brand new one, everybody, and you can see what you think of it. I'll try not to make too long an intro to this one, but I was an exchange student in high school a long time ago, and I went to Argentina. And is anybody here a soccer fan? Anyhow, AFS, American Field Service, is still around, and they are one of the organizations that sends you to foreign countries. You fill out an application, and I didn't have any idea where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to travel somewhere, and apparently everybody puts Italy, France, places like that, Switzerland. Everybody wants to go to Europe, and so I literally put no choice, anywhere. And if you put that, it turns out you automatically go to South America, because there's families in South America that are willing to host, and if you didn't say France, you go to South America. And this was so long ago, it was long before the internet. So when I found out I was going to Argentina, we had the World Book. You remember the World Book encyclopedia? So when I got the A, looked up Argentina, and that was all the information I had, basically, until I went to orientation things. I was there for a summer, and I can't talk about it too long because I will get off track. But it ended up being incredibly lucky for me. I was 17, and Argentina was at kind of the place the United States was in, say, like 1968, because Argentina became a democracy in 1983, and I was there in 1987. They had been a dictatorship, and they were a democracy, and they're still a democracy. So politics and music were incredibly intense in 1987 in Argentina, and I was starting to learn the guitar, and I landed right in the middle of it, and I made friends with a whole bunch of people that were musicians and writers and things like that. And so I think it set me on a course just that summer. And I went back last year and reconnected with all the people that I had known back there. So my good cousin, my Argentine cousin, when I was there, he and I would get together and drink beer and talk about music and politics, and he wanted to be a writer. He was trying to be a writer. And he had a phrase which was fuerza y amor, which is strength and love. And so he would say, that's all you need, strength and love. If you got that, that's what you need. And that was his motto. And so I wrote this song recently. It's all in English except for that fuerza y amor, which is strength and love. Seen so much time go by, said goodbye to friends. Nobody knows how this story ends. And the words you tell yourself when you're feeling down can sometimes help you regain some ground. Fuerza y amor, fuerza y amor, fuerza y amor. So thankful for all those I've come to know. They teach me so much as they come and go. And a word of advice or an offhand phrase can become a code that guides your days. Fuerza y amor, fuerza y amor, fuerza y amor. Oh, when you're young, the world's an open field. You don't know which walls will stand and which will yield. But when you're old, you wrestle with fear till you hear an old voice whisper in your ear. Fuese amor, fuese amor, fuese amor. Oh, fuese amor, fuese amor, fuese amor. Well, thank you. Thanks a lot, everybody. I actually tried to write a few songs in Spanish. That's tricky. Does everybody know about WhatsApp? Does anybody use WhatsApp? It's one of the, yeah. WhatsApp is an app that a lot of people use to communicate, text each other. And in Argentina, they tend to do it with voice. So they talk into it and then it transcribes. So I sent the lyrics that I wrote in Spanish to my cousin, and then he tore it apart and fixed all the grammar and everything. I'm not sure that can be done. Writing song lyrics in a foreign language is that's a tough one. All right, let's do another more traditional song. We're gonna do a song called Raise a Ruckus Tonight, all right? Does anybody remember Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee? Great old blues duo. All right. I'm not sure if this is a sing-along or not. I think it is. We'll see. Well, I was going across a 40-acre field, raise a ruckus tonight, and a black snake bit me on my heel. Oh, raise a ruckus tonight. I turned right around to do my best, raise a ruckus tonight. Fell right back in a hornet's nest. Now raise a ruckus tonight. Here's the chorus. Come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Well, get on board down by the riverside. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. You can try and come in on that last one. Gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Well, my old uncle promised me raise a ruckus tonight, that when he died he'd make a will for me. Oh, raise a ruckus tonight. You know he lived so long his head got bald. Raise a ruckus tonight. Got out of the notion of dying at all. We'll raise a ruckus tonight. Oh, come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Well, get on board down by the riverside. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Well, when I die, won't you bury me deep? Raise a ruckus tonight. With a jug of molasses at my feet. Oh, raise a ruckus tonight. With a kick of cornbread in my right hand. Raise a ruckus tonight. I can sop my way to the promised land. Now raise a ruckus tonight. Oh, well, come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Get on board down by the riverside. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. That's that last line. Gonna raise a ruckus tonight. One more time. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. That's right. Raise a ruckus tonight. Well, thank you. That's a good one, right? All right. Let's see here. I think... Should I switch to the banjo? Let's switch to the banjo. All right. Thank you again for being here. I've got time to play a few more songs for you all. And I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah, absolutely. Well, my name is Georgia Buck, and I've never had much luck. Always been treated this way now. Well, I've always been treated this way. I said, oh me, oh Lordy mine, I've always been treated this way. Well, now Georgia Buck is dead, and the last word he said, don't you dig me a hole in the ground now. Don't you dig me a hole in the ground. I said, oh me, oh Lordy mine, don't you dig me a hole in the ground. Couple little tunes for you. Well, thank you. It's a tune called Georgie Buck, and then that was a fiddle tune called Sandy River Belle. There's a woman named Bessie Jones who was from the Georgia Sea Islands off the coast of Georgia. Georgia Sea Islands apparently for a long time didn't have a bridge, so you had to take a boat. That's where the song Michael Rowed the Boat Ashore comes from. And for a long time I used to teach music in schools, and I used a lot of Bessie Jones songs. She worked with the Smithsonian and recorded a whole bunch of, she had songs and she had games and she had songs that had dances, just a whole bunch of, things that she learned growing up. And this is one of her songs. It's called Things Are Coming My Way. Very simple words. It goes like this. I've got the left hind leg of a rabbit, things are coming my way. All I gotta do is just reach out and grab it, things are coming my way. Oh, me, oh my, I'm so happy all the time, and I ain't got nothing to worry my mind, things are coming my way. I've got the left hind leg of a rabbit, things are coming my way. All I gotta do is just reach out and grab it, things are coming my way. Oh, me, oh my, I'm so happy all the time, and I ain't got nothing to worry my mind, things are coming my way. Got the left hind leg of a rabbit, things are coming my way. All I gotta do is just reach out and grab it, things are coming my way. Oh, how good I feel, just a possession of my automobile, and I can eat chicken, don't have to steal, things are coming my way. I've got the left hind leg of a rabbit, things are coming my way. All I gotta do is just reach out and grab it, things are coming my way. Oh, me, oh my, I'm so happy all the time, and I ain't got nothing worry my mind, things are coming my way. I said, oh, me, oh my, I'm so happy all the time, and I ain't got nothing worry my mind, things are coming my way. Thank you. That's a good song, right? Bessie Jones, tambourine, amazing tambourine player. So all of her stuff is singing and playing the tambourine. Folkways, Smithsonian Folkways has a lot of recordings of Bessie Jones if you go on line looking for them. We were talking on the break about also playing music for kids, which is something that I do a lot. And like I said, I have a CD here with some music for kids. In the summertime, libraries tend to have programs for kids, and I travel around and play a lot of libraries. I'm going to play you a song. It's not really, I don't know. It was in a kids' movie. It's by Randy Newman. It won an Academy Award. Sounds like it was written in the 1920s. It was a lot of fun arranging this song for the guitar because the original version is all horn section. So I had to try and figure out how to put it on the guitar. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said, 'cause you've got a friend in me. Said you've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. You've got troubles, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We'll stick together, gonna see it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me. Said you've got a friend in me. Other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you. And as the years roll by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. Said you've got a friend in me. That's right. You've got a friend in me. That's a good song. That's just a really good song. I never get tired of playing that one. I think I've got time to play a couple more songs, everybody. Let's see what we're going to do here. Trying to think of a good one. I feel like I've played a lot of downer songs for you all. Let's see here. I know what we could do. We'll do a Dave Van Ronk song here. Dave Van Ronk was one of the great folk musicians that were living in New York during the folk revival. I was lucky enough to see him in Milwaukee not too long before he died. He was a giant guy, 6'6" or something like that. I played for years with a guy named Dave Fox who was 5'2". And Dave Fox apparently was in line in New York City when he was younger to get into someplace, and Dave Van Ronk was in front of him. And so Dave Fox tapped Dave Van Ronk, and Dave Van Ronk turned around and couldn't see anybody. You know what? That's not very into. Here we go. Well, when I go by Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along and follow me. We'll go down to Galilee. Well, green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Well, see that crow up in the sky. He don't walk, no, he don't fly. He don't fly, no, he don't run. Keep on flying to the sun. Green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Well, little Miss Kate running to the wall. Don't you stumble, don't you fall. Don't you sing, don't you shout when I say come rushing out. Well, green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Well, green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Green, green, rocky road. Good old tune by Dave Van Ronk. Actually, that wasn't by Dave Van Ronk, but he made it famous. That song has a complicated history. I'm going to play one more song for you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks again to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. And drive safe, everybody. It's supposed to get rainy. Be nice to find one that we could all sing, wouldn't it? Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do another song from down in, well, associated with Louis Armstrong. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, oh, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, oh, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night. Drive safe. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Will Branch.
Thank you very much.
So I don't know if you know this, Will, but nobody, and I mean nobody, gets out of the two-way street without an encore. Should we ask Will for one more song? All right, take it away.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. Thanks again for being here. All right, I'm going to do another Mississippi John Hurt song to send you off into the night. This one is fitting. I started the night with Sunny Side of the Street. This one's called It'll Be a Hot Time in the Old Town Tonight. Gonna be a hot time in the old town, we're down in town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. Gonna be a hot time in the old town, we're down in town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. So you can rubber tie your buggy wheel now, rubber tie your hat. 'Cause I'm going down, gonna bring my baby back. Gonna be a hot time in the old town, we're down in town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. Well, where were you, honey, last Saturday night? I was all just down, just looking for a fight. Gonna be a hot time in the old town, we're down in town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. That's right. It'll be a hot time in the old town, we're down in town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. Gonna be a hot time in the old town, we're down in town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. Oh, a hot time in the old town tonight. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care. Thanks for singing along. Have a good night.